Well, guys, this is the no-win Saturday for me. I'm here at work, about ready just to go home and say, the heck with it all. Can't get any wins for trying, and I figure I'll start with the white car, which has been on the lot now for, yes, a couple months. It's been here. Customer is upset. But let me tell you the story of this car. In the beginning, it needed a transmission, okay? It didn't come to me. It went elsewhere. A guy puts the transmission in it. Customer picks up car. He gets home. He puts it in park, and the car don't go in park. Okay? So he calls back the guy. He got the tranny, and they look at the cable. They try to put another shift cable on it, and here it still wasn't, basically going in the park right. Turns out that the little piece on the end for where the cable pops onto is just too rusty. The little nipple, little ball on that for that cable to snap onto is just too gone, and that's why the cable keeps popping off when he goes into park. So he needed that little end on there, and the customer himself tried to fix it himself at home. He tried to remove the 15 millimeter nut for the bolt on top of that rod that comes up through the transmission on that bracket, which, I'll open up the hood, I'll even shine it down, or look down in here, kind of give you an idea. He broke the piece that comes up through back here, which where your cable would go onto, and then normally there's a little rectangular square, little rectangular bracket on there with a nipple on it, and it was on by 115 millimeter. Well, he literally snapped that whole rod off down inside the transmission. He snapped it right off because the bolt was rusty. He didn't put penetrator oil on it, and if he did, he didn't attempt a little bit of heat on it. He just went at it and broke it off. So therefore, it broke that off. Now, he didn't go back to the guy that put the transmission in. He brought it up to me because I'm a friend, and I said, hey, all right, well, you know what I'll do? I said, for $200, I will fix it for you. And that is a far cry from what anybody would charge to rip something down like this down to get that unit out of here. Now, I got it all ripped down. I got the piece out. Now, here's the problem. Can't find the part. So he's mad at me. Can't find the part. I mean, yeah, he could come get the car if he wants. I got one more place to check. I gave them the option to find the parts themselves. They had all the time in the world. They found me a part, but then that required me removing the entire valve body out of it, and now the the actual differential in it to get this other piece in it, because it was all one piece. It wasn't just a rod; it was the whole unit. Now, well, I'm not a transmission repair shop here, and I don't have time for all this stuff. Okay. So, I mean, he's lucky I went this far with it, and I got it ripped down. Give me the actual piece, and I'll get it together for you. That's it, I tried to search it. I can't help it. Century 3 Chevrolet and, those out there and other places just don't have that little rod that goes in there. Then, anyways, we'll move on from this car, and then we'll move on to the Ranger, which this guy is a great customer. Dave never gives me no issues. He pays me when the jobs are done, and we've had some trial and errors on his little Ranger here, and he's been patient through all of it, and we've gotten this thing right. We went and put an entire freaking another transmission in it, basically. Look, I'm gonna walk over to my junk pile over here, and I'm gonna show you that guy's all out and on the ground over here still. It lives, and this was months ago now, granted. There she is, right there in the pile. This is his old manual trans T5 out of there. She's out. But, and that scorched. It was a noise. We were searching a noise, and here's what a noise was. Hey, look at that gear in there. Okay? So anyways, we opt for a used one. We got a used one. We swapped it out. While I was there, I put a new clutch in it, and also we did a new slave cylinder. Okay? Well, truck comes back basically today. Total loss of clutch pressure, and they had to tow it, and of course it's sitting right here. I'm gonna leave it here on the hill for now. I don't like it being here, but because I got no choice right now, I gotta get the car in here off the rack first, and then I want to put this in. I want it in a spot where I can easily cut the wheel and turn it into the garage and get it in there. So that's why she lives here. But yeah, this is another one of them jobs. Now, what went wrong? There's not a leak anywhere I could see, and I pulled off the little rubber boot underneath there and looked up in there at the slave cylinder, and I don't see a leak anywhere on the slave cylinder. Okay, so I tried to bleed it back out, and no luck there. Just well, I'm on the hill, so that's probably not helping me either. One guy suggested maybe we get her the other direction, get her level, or get her tilted upward. Might help get the air out of it. I don't know. I also thought about unbolting the whole bottom of the clutch pedal there assembly for the clutch master and pulling that little master cylinder off for the clutch and tipping it or tilting it a certain direction, because I read a forum where if you tilt them, you know, then bleed them at the same time or something, it helps get the air out. It's one of these jobs. It's like, what the heck? I'm here just scratching my head now. You know, did the clutch slave cylinder, did it blow back out again? Did a little master cylinder or something blow out? Is it something internal in them? And I can't see. There's just no leaks, you know. So I can understand if there was a leak and it was going to the floor, but no leak and it's going to the floor. Okay, now we got the Jaguar. Oh Lord, the Jaguar. The Jaguar's here for inspection. It ain't been inspected since 11/16. It's got a cracked windshield. What do these people expect? I know the guy, but that can't pass. I'm sorry. You're gonna have, and then not to mention, it's got a blown brake line, which that's not kosher either. We got to fix that. So that's a nightmare of its own sense there. You know, the windshield's on him. He's going to get the windshield. I have to check the rest of this out. I know we need a brake line. It's going to be, yeah. Oh yeah. Not to mention the check engine light's on in it. So once again, that means we got to diagnose why the engine's running in whatever condition it has, whatever that is about, and fix it, and then drive it. Get the monitors to reset or all to clear so it could be ready for emission testing. Just another one of them jobs. What's up, Rudy? One of them days. You have no idea. It's gotten bad over here. I said, you have no idea. It's getting bad over here. Alright guys, we got the Jeep. The Jeep is also the same basic thing. It's an inspection. It gets towed in busted ball joint. Guy towed it in 2 weeks ago. Said it had me a ball joint Monday. Well, we're about to be going on the second Monday from the first Monday it's been here, and it's not gonna, you know, it's still sitting in the same spot, same location. He hasn't brought me a ball joint. At this point, I'm ready to put the ball joint in it and put this thing down on the ground and write him a bill and call him up and say, hey, look, the ball joint's in, you owe me this. And I had to get it mobile because I can't leave this thing out here on a jack stand. And once again, I got another vehicle out in the lot. I don't like doing that. I don't like leaving vehicles in the lot unattended on jack stands. That's number one. And, you know, it's got a broken ball joint, so I'm ready to get it fixed. He wants it inspected. Got ball tires. Oh, for the love of God. Guys, I'm telling you, these are the ups and downs of actually running an auto repair shop. I'm gonna share them all with you, you know, because you're gonna get all these winners. They're gonna want to pull in on you, and they expect miracles. And I don't know. Not here, not happening. I'm new. I'm not taking no risk for nobody. If you can't get fixed what I say needs fixed, then you can take it somewhere else. That's bottom line. I got a sign here that says this is not Burger King. You cannot have it your way. Okay. And then we got this other one here. Once again, it's way out, guys. You know, no offense to the owners of the car. I'm not like stabbing at them. I'm not trying to like, you know, people, not everybody has it made in life. I understand. There, people are working, they're working low paying jobs and they're trying to get these cars legit. They're you know, either in the middle of all kind of other issues from home to whatnot. But God, you know, these ain't, you know, this, like I said, this Taurus here, once again, look at that. Come on, man. This needs to go. It's seen its lifetime. I'm sorry, you know, I hate to say that to this guy, but what's that? All right, Dave, see you Monday. I'm here going around all these cars here. Now, the only one here that's any kosher here is this little Saturn. This guy, he definitely keeps up on it. He's always been up on it, and he's a good customer. And I put a gas pedal sensor in this one also. Once again, it has a check engine light condition. You know, what are you going to do? But I actually, on this little one here, he's exempt because he don't really drive the car a whole lot. He told me to take my time with it. He actually gave me some patience. He's not expecting this to happen overnight. You know, some of these other guys expect it to happen overnight. The Tahoe, that's been here since I opened. That's been over here almost as long as I've been in business in this place, which ain't been long. And then a Colorado in front of it. Oh Lord, the Colorado in front of it. It's not that bad, but it's a starting issue, and basically a security thing. Something's going on. I believe it's in the key and the transponder and in the ignition. After a while, you go somewhere, you shut the car off, and it don't want to start. Just don't want to start. And then here's the BMW that recently came in for a starter, And once again, the BMW, I don't know if this guy just bought this car. He's working the job. He's at work right now, in fact. And he's a good guy, you know. Means well. He's trying to work hard in life. I don't know why, though, he would choose this car if the price was right and it came from family. But these rocker panels, it didn't even start from, I guess, from his hearing it to start, unless he's had this before the starter went bad. I don't know. But and someone's been under here playing so long, it's not even funny. The starter, I had to rip off the entire intake plenum just to get down to the starter, and there's the starter. But now the bolts, I can see them. They're coming from the other side of the bell housing of the transmission, and they're coming through into the starter. Well, the starter he got me is opposite of that. It's made so the bolts go through the starter and into the tranny, and so this is not going to work. This is wrong. So I'm going to be waiting for who knows how long for this guy to give me a good starter now. And this is going to jam up this bay. And not to mention, like I said, someone was in here playing because there's so many things. Just Mickey Mouse or jimmied up here. From the throttle body, there's supposed to be a rubber O-ring in here that sits in between. This is like a rubber O-ring. They got duct tape. They got a mound of duct tape. Not to mention there was a missing bolt in this throttle body when I went to take it apart. And then also, I took this little tube off the intake from the bottom side. Basically, this pulls right off real easily. It wasn't really on there hard. There wasn't even a clamp on it. But on the back side of that intake, that piece that goes in there, well, somebody already messed that up. That's not in there correctly. I can see it from looking at it from the inside. It's not centered. It's not in there correct. It's in there cocked. So that's wrong. There had to have been some type of intake. Look at that. You can see the O-ring. So come on. You know, once again, that's not correct. I mean, this thing is tight as could be in here. And like I said, I pulled the hose off real easily. So, you know, I might have thought maybe I'd have pulled it out of place. But man, that's not the scenario. It's just that's the way someone shoved it back in there. The last time they had this plenum off. Yep. Can't get no wins, guys. One of them weekends and one of them weeks and months here that I'm just like, maybe I ought to be better off taking a bridge. Put down. I know that's not funny.
I'll kick you.
Okay.
In the shin. Take it back.
Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm about to get kicked in the shin, and till next time, thanks for watching.